The FuegoCast, man. This is a very special edition, and we have a very special guest with us right now.
Thank you.
The one and only Lisette Laveau.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Lisette? Yeah, how do you feel about this whole energy outside? Miami meets Miami. I know you got to play your music.
Yeah, I love it. I like that everybody gets their chance to speak to the audience. It was really personable, and I got some insight from Lucy, which was
Lopez. Legend.
Yeah, Lopez. So her insight was really special to me because it resonated so much. Like her story resonated.
She's very legendary.
Do you mind talking about what she told you or shared with you?
Yeah, she just said she didn't have mentorship. I was like, wow, I have never in this industry really had mentorship when it came to making my music. I had to kind of do it on my own. I had an idea of what I needed to do psychology-wise with the music, marketing-wise with the music. I always thought about what can this song be attached to or who can it be attached to. But besides that, there was never anyone in my life showing me like, go this way, go that way, this is the play, this is the move, go this. Never had that. Actually, I had a syndication when I was 25, and they took the money. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's as far as I got with that.
What was the syndication for?
It was Kevin Hart's "Let Me Explain," and I did a song with Fat Man Scoop, and I'm on the album. Actually, Nipsey was on the album too, and
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, rest in peace. And yeah, it was 2012. I wrote it, I produced it. And I had that syndication. I had another one in Netflix, Deuces, starring Lorenz Tate and Megan Good.
Yeah, okay.
Dope.
I had a song called Ghetto Love in that as well.
That's nice.
And you were talking about how you shifted your focus from, instead of being artists, more now looking for placements, because that lets you more explore creativity. And from outside looking in and from how I was listening to you describe it, it sounded like it lets you now worry less about content creating, which is now what artists are focused on, instead of more worrying about the craft and the art. So can you talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, I never worried about content creating in my life, but it's so important because that's how people go viral. But it's not what I said I wanted to do when I was 5. When I was 5, I wanted to do music, and I wanted to focus on music. But there's a lot of people who are so great at social media, and they have a great buzz. And like, for example, Cardi B, she never thought she would be an artist, but she had the platform, so they gave her a lot of the ideas, a lot of the music. They helped her with that. And that's the only way that you're going to go from point A to point B is if sometimes you got to take your love and help someone else across the finish line.
Yeah. True success is not measured by what you do, but what you do for others.
Yeah.
That's a great perspective to have.
And I think I can do a lot for people because I do believe I'm eclectic. And every time I've had a meeting with a label, a major producer, they're like, what's your niche? Like, what angle do you want to do? And I'm like, well, I love all music. I love this. I love a little bit of country. I love a little bit of hip hop. I love Spanish music, Caribbean music. I love all of it. So it's really hard to pick one. Yeah, so just write for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the way the business works. They're going to try to put you in a box.
Right.
But it's dope. It's dope the way that you do it because I feel like you like to create whatever you want, like whatever style you want, right?
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to be free flowing, right? So when you think about that box you're in, I don't like to be put in a box. I always say think inside the womb. Because that's where we all start from.
Wow.
Yeah, and it takes you back. Well, that's what music is, emotion. Thank you. Music is emotion, and emotions are worth millions. So I don't ever think outside the box. I think inside the womb, and whatever I'm feeling that day, that's what I'm going to do. And if I can, like I said, if I can pass it to somebody, I always hear somebody like, they would sound really good doing this or that, but I would still need that mentorship on how to get it into that person's hands. Yeah. So that's why I'm here today.
Definitely.
Imagine there was a younger version of you listening to this right now. What advice would you give that younger version?
Depends where she lives.
What was it, Hurricane Havana? That was a younger version.
Huh?
What was it, Hurricane Havana?
Miss Havana.
Yes, I used to go. I've changed my name a lot.
The younger version?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. The youngest version of myself was Lizzie G.
Oh, wow.
They told me that wasn't going to make sense, Lizzie G. So they made me change it to Lisette Love. I had named myself Lizzie G. G Clef was like another like alias. But then, like Becky G, Carol G, all the G's came out. So I was like, I was on the right track. Like my Latin vibe was
on the right track.
I was.
You guys hated it.
Honest to God, because then I was like, wait, all the Becky, and I'm like, so I
they all popped off.
And they all popped off. So how come they didn't let me? Well, Boston. They always say it's like crabs in a buckets out there. Like, God bless you, Boston. I love you, but I had to move out. I came to Miami. There's way more opportunities here. And I've met so many more artists that are so serious about what they do here. Everybody's serious about what they do here. Up north, it's like, it's a hobby, which is cool, but some of us this is all we want to do. We don't want to do anything else. I don't want to do anything else. It's not a hobby for me. I love when people come to me like, let's just do it for fun. It's fun to an extent, but I want this to be my whole life. It's what I think about since I was 5. Wake up, go to sleep all day. It's what I think about. I'm talking to people. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a bar. It's always coming to me. So it's more than a hobby.
You can't turn it off.
I can't downplay it. Like some people dabble. And I think that's downplaying things. Like,
holy shit, we just said...
I would never dabble in anything.
It's a full circle moment.
Like, why would you dabble?
Full circle moment on the FuegoCast.
You don't dabble in religion. You don't dabble in your marriage. You don't dabble in your career.
It's hard.
You give it... Yeah, you can't do it. Like, that's why I don't understand what a hobby is. It's like, love it. If you love it, then that is... We need to cancel this word hobby. Like, it's just weird to say that for me these days. I'm growing, so I'm like... Yeah. What is a hobby?
Hobbies are cool, but
it's like a side bitch. For us, yeah. Hobby is a side bitch.
Facts.
It's like I'm bored with everything in life right now, so I'm gonna just fuck with this shit right here
I'm gonna play chess while I'm waiting for my order. I'm waiting for my Uber. I'm gonna play a game of chess.
No, but I definitely feel you because this has always been at least my main priority as well. You know what I'm saying? Ours as well, because my son too. This is what it is. When you do music, you love it. And it's a lifelong thing, you know what I'm saying? Because even now with the pod, it's like we get so busy doing these pods and doing all this content, and it's like the music, you still yearn to be able to have those sessions, you know what I mean? It's like we got to schedule sessions just to be able to work on music.
Yeah.
And we own the studio.
But selfishly,
you know what I mean?
Like, the pod is for the music.
That's
though.
wild.
Like, my perspective on the pod was it's selfishly for the music. Like I'm not on the content creating things either. I'm not, shaking my ass doing TikToks, following all the whack trends because I'm just no te pa eso. Like, it's just not. It doesn't fit my character. It doesn't fit who I am as a person, and I don't want to sell people on a fake version of me just because it's a cool trend.
Yeah, all that's
I want to sell you on me,
really
who I am. Yeah. So low key, I looked at the podcast like this is a great way to not just meet people, but also let them talk, but let my fans and people get to know me, because how am I gonna get to know anybody? How's anybody gonna get to know my brand if I'm just making music, just putting out bars? Like, I feel it.
I think to make content on social media, you definitely have to be really organized and figure out like what brand you're pushing out there. The only thing I would be able to do is post absolutely everything I do, because I love working out, I love cooking, like normal lifestyle things, But right now, it's just me dressed up nice in a couple of records. But like, they threw me off because it was so loud out there.
So you're saying how you want to show yourself more, because right now your page is just 1 or 2 things, but you're so multifaceted, from the working out to the cooking to...
She does it all. She's a very talented young lady.
I'm just shy on Instagram. That's the thing. That's why I'm saying, like, to keep posting all that about my life and to post consistently, I can kill the stage. Like, I didn't perform today, but I never use background vocals. I have a strong voice. That's why I chose that last name, Laveau. I thought branding wise, it made sense because it reaches all Latin communities. I used to go by Havana Love, and I was like, well, that's limited. It sounds like I'm only singing for one group of people.
Havana Love, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't Hurricane.
I went by Hurricane Havana.
Hurricane? Oh, okay. That's cool too.
I named myself that when I first got to Florida because I was living everywhere. I would stay in Orlando. I have family everywhere. I would stay in Orlando. I would stay in Miami. I would stay in Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach. So when they were like, oh, where are you from? Where are you living out here? Where are you right now? I'm like absolutely everywhere right now. I'm just hurricaning it up and down.
Ever spent time in Hialeah?
So I consider myself Hialeah Cuban because that's where my family was. So I've been coming here since I was 8 to visit family, and they live in Hialeah, so they've lived in every part of Hialeah. I've been to Hialeah so many times, but I didn't go out. You didn't see me in the clubs. I was just here for my family. So I've had a cafecito on every corner.
That's great.
I'm a Hialeah Cuban that was born in Houston, raised in Massachusetts, and I'm Dominican and Cuban.
That's beautiful.
It's a lot.
The Hialeah thing is what sold me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. We got to link up again and extend this a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
Right now, I got to keep this going for this Miami meets Miami thing. So we just wanted to get a little sample, a little little flavor of what you got going on. But we definitely got to link up. I want to bring you on the Aircast pod, my son's pod. I want to bring you on Fuego Talk.
Definitely.
So we can do a full length, you know what I mean, interview. And let them know where they can follow you.
Lisette Laveau, Lisettee, spell it right because my father never can. Lavoe.
Shout out to
Lisette Laveau, a pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
We'll definitely be linking up soon, okay?
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate
Miami
it.
meets Miami, Lisette Laveau. Miami meets Miami 6. Dream big, Miami, Crazy Hood Productions. You already know, man. You be the underboss, my son, official Heir, and we gonna keep it going, man. We got the Crazy Hood family coming up next, so stay tuned.